Let's analyze together latest update of Faraday Future in General Electric.
Let's go. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Wow, minus 10% right now. Very interesting. Let's talk about this. Also, we have some key areas here. The 20 cents area, you can see that the price bounced with a lot of strength and then it got clearly rejected from the 0.68 area more or less. And we had these two resistance levels, 0.75 and 0.59. Very interesting. We are in the middle of these 2 points more or less. So what do you think about this? And also remember to subscribe. Trading HD, let's go.
Let's go and look at that. We were talking about the 0.75 area as the most important one to consider that there is still a bullish scenario, and it got rejected. It didn't even get there, and right now it's still bearish. Look at that. We are talking about a minus 35% from 0.60. So obviously there is a long way to go to 0.20. And we're talking about that the stock should go down another 48%. I mean, that's that's a pretty thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that could happen. And we could also see the opposite. So let us know in the comments which side are you right now. Do you think this is bullish or bearish? Because it was interesting, in the previous videos we were talking about the price action during the month of May and also June. And it was bearish, but there were kind of bullish movement. But as soon as they broke these levels right here of 0.37 more or less, the price got very, very fast to that 20 cents area where it bounced, because it seemed like it wouldn't stop there. From there, we had this bullish price action with that 175% more or less to the upside, even a little bit more. But from there, at these levels right here, you can see that the price got rejected. Did you expect it, guys? Did you sell right there, or what did you do? Let us know in the comments below. But I think it's interesting to take into account, like, technical analysis can help you in this type of assets, because the fundamental side is completely unstable.
Yeah, exactly. And look at that. The 0.21 area, I think is the strongest strongest one right now. I'm sorry. So at this particular point, if you want to buy the stock, that is the area that in terms of risk management that is the best one. Because if you buy right now 0.32, and there is no so much trading activity. Actually, let's see the volume profile right here, and you can clearly see right now the all trading activity is just around 0.60, and we are not there. We already lost that area. That's the point of control where it should be trading. But the next area with some volume is exactly the one, the 0.21. So if you want to buy the stock between 0.40 and 0.21, the 0.21 is the best one, because look at the zero activity that we have right here, for instance, the 0.35.
Yeah, guys, what do you think about the volume being traded around that level of 0.50? And do you think like the best moment would be to wait for that 0.20 cents? Or do you think that that level would be broken out and maybe this is just the time to get out, or maybe you got out earlier than this? Let us know in the comments. And if you're buying, let us know the reasons behind why do you think this is going up from the fundamental side and also the technical side. Because, like the 27th of June, if I'm not mistaken, they announced like they were notified by the Nasdaq stock market that they could like stay there with that periodic reporting requirement by July 31st and the minimum bid price requirement by August 31st. So very interesting, to take into account also that information from the fundamental side. They are staying in the Nasdaq, but we have to wait and see how this develops, because this movement that we saw during May this year, like the best trade of the year, at least it was like that. It was completely insane, but it went lower when the hype was lost. So is the hype back? Is the hype is not hype right there? So what will happen? We'll decide also on that.
Yeah, I remember, guys, that when you're investing in a stock, it's like, and nowadays it's like more than ever. I remember an interview with a BlackRock manager. She was telling that right now the market is very focused on the earnings, and stocks that are in losses, it's gonna be very difficult to see them like going up. Right now it's like they're being really penalized. Those stocks that are actually in losses, and this stock it's not only in losses, but it's almost in bankruptcy. So obviously you have to take that into consideration. The hype is gone in comparison to what happened back in May. Right now we saw that second rebound that obviously you can think that there is still some interest, But it is key that that the stock should go up to about 0.60 in order to think about like a second uptrend. Right now the 0.21 area is as long as the 0.40 and the 0.04. These are the three areas that bullish traders started to buy the stock. And the second one, the 0.30, 0.40, is not that big. The third one is kind of big, but the first one, it was incredible. So obviously this upside potential is gonna be very difficult to see again in this stock.
Yeah, it's interesting, to take a look also to price action. As you mentioned, the hype may be over, at least from what we could see from the volume that was being traded during May. Of course, with that huge gaps to the upside, bullish gaps, and then you can see right here in TradingView we have like the bigger the candle, the bigger the volume that was traded that day, and you can see like the volume right now is a little bit lower than it was during that month. Of course, it was similar to the medium June, something like that, but during that time you can see like the price was trading sideways, so it's not the same situation. When the market is trending, the volume is usually higher. When the market is ranging, it tends to be like a lower volume because traders and investors are deciding which direction the market will follow, and when they see that, they act, like the majority of traders or investors act in that way.
And look at that. We have the very important part to analyze. We have the white rectangles that are the bullish traders, and then we have the red rectangles with a green
Mhm.
background. Those are bearish traders, like pushing the stock lower. So obviously we are in the middle of that battle, and it is key to find the best moment, whether you are a bearish investor or a bullish investor. But there are different areas to buy or sell depending on the current situation. Right now, the buy side, I would say, is 0.21. The selling side, it would be like 0.60. So these are the two areas that we are fighting each other right now.
Yeah, very interesting moment. We are in the middle of that point. If we drew like the Fibonacci, we could see that. So very interesting. Let us know in the comments below what do you think, if this is going up or if this is going lower from this point. Very interesting. Remember to subscribe to Trading HD.